One South Euclid is a nonprofit community development corporation working with residents and businesses to ensure a thriving community. We were founded in 2009 during the midst of the foreclosure crisis.
It was really becoming evident that the housing crisis, the national and pretty much the whole world was in this housing crisis. And being the mayor, you're used to getting calls about rubbish or loud noises in the neighborhood or what's that new business. But I wasn't prepared for, I'm going to lose my house.
It wasn't called One South Euclid at the time. It was the South Euclid Urban Community Redevelopment Corporation. And they formed that entity so that we could assist the city in addressing the housing foreclosure crisis. But in addition, they wanted us to help market the city, secure grants that we couldn't normally get, or that they couldn't get actually.
The Ohio Revised Code is very specific. You cannot use public dollars on private property. And cities can't really go out for grants as a nonprofit. So in sitting with Ed Gallagher, who was our economic development director at the time, and Keith Benjamin, and Michael Love, who was the economic development manager under Ed, we started talking about what could we do. And the one thing that we kept going back to was the fact that a lot of big cities have these community development corporations, and they don't have limits like we do.
We're looking at ways to meet community needs in different ways, but around housing. So that's when we started a neighborhood housing exterior repair program and make grants available.
We immediately got to work with our Build, Grow, Thrive program, which has become a model for inner ring suburb housing stabilization and growth.
The idea of the storefront renovation program, that addressed something that is in such need in this community. We didn't want to lose all of our old buildings. Well, you have to bring them up to today's standards in the way of what you want it to look like, right? Or what about the murals? People don't realize, these murals on Mayfield Road and Warrensville, they really speak about who we are and what we want to be.
Our boards and committees are made up of volunteers who love South Euclid. We have members who have been residents for decades and those who've just recently moved in.
The first 10 years of the organization, good first 10 years of the organization, without the board, there was no mission and there was no progress programs, events, fundraising, none of that occurred. And then in 2021, we had Annette came on board full-time and Barbie was with us.
In recruiting, for one thing, for One South Euclid, we use a matrix so that we're using all kinds of different gifts that people have and talents that can contribute to One South Euclid so that we're hearing a diversity of voices and thoughts and those kinds of things.
The City of South Euclid is very involved in almost every meeting we have, and I think that they're so important in feeding us the information we need to make sure that the grants we provide or the decisions we make in the Build, Grow, Thrive program are relevant to the times and most impactful to the community based on the specialized knowledge that the city really has.
Another large part of our work at One South Euclid is hosting and promoting community events, activities that help us to come together and increase the sense of belonging for our residents.
I love South Euclid. I've been here since 2001. Being on the board is very meaningful to me because I love South Euclid.
Our signature event is Intersection, our kickoff to summer.
If we just think of intersection, we bring a wonderful mix of people together from all different neighborhoods, different races and cultures, and very much in a celebrating spirit.
Great food, live music that bring people together in our downtown district. Throughout the past 15 years, nearly 100 properties have gone through the Build, Grow, Thrive program. Over $1 million has been raised through our Build, Grow, Thrive program, all of which have gone to strengthening the South Euclid community, much of it into our neighborhood grant program.
Thanks for making the new garage possible. Happy anniversary, One South Euclid.
Thank you so much, One South Euclid. We got to do some squares in our driveway, and we're very, very happy with it.
Thanks for helping to bring our neighborhood together, and cheers to 15 years.
Thanks for bringing public art to our city.
Congrats on 15 years, 1 South Euclid.
Thanks for beautifying our business, and congrats on your anniversary.
Thanks for helping us revitalize our restaurant. Congratulations on your 15th anniversary.
Happy anniversary, 1 South Euclid. We appreciate for your service.
Happy 15th birthday, 1 South Euclid. Thanks for helping me get my house painted.
Thanks for supporting the teens and young adults in our Youth Culinary program. Congratulations on reaching 15 years.
Happy anniversary, 1 South Euclid, and thank you for supporting our block party.
Thanks for your help.
Happy 15th anniversary.
Nearly 800 projects and services have been provided through the Neighborhood Grant Program.
This being our 15th anniversary, it's really exciting to me as a new board member to both reflect on our past and all of the accomplishments that the board has contributed.
We always have to take care to understand how do we preserve the economic margin that we need to be able to go on.
As we celebrate our milestone anniversary and we look to the future of South Euclid and 1 South Euclid, this is an exciting time to get involved in our organization, to bring our diverse community together and expand the engagement of residents and businesses that can sustain and grow South Euclid as an inclusive place to live, work, and play.
You know, 1 South Euclid was my baby, and now they're 15, so we know next year they're going to get their driver's license. So I'm you get a little nervous, but the training wheels are off. What I really want to say to them is think big and bold.